All right. What's up, YouTube? I wanted to do a quick video on Adrien Broner against Floyd. Ashley Theophane. Ashley Theophane. That's right. Nah, I'm just joking around. Like, this fight is built on this fake beef Broner got with Floyd Mayweather. Like, they are selling this fight. Yo, Adrien Broner and Floyd Mayweather are great at selling fights. Like, this is what they do. Great fighters. Especially, well, obviously, I'm not trying to even compare, Adrian Brony is clearly not on Floyd's level, but they're great fighters. But they are great. They're masters at selling a fight. Adrian Broner knows how to take a regular fight and make it bigger than what it is. And that's exactly what they're doing with this fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like this whole fake beef between, listen, let's take it all the way back from when Broner beat Alec Verdiev for the title at 140. When he beat him, he calls out Ashley Theophane, right? Like, most people never heard of him. You know what I'm saying? I've only seen him fight. I've seen him fight. The first time I seen him fight was against I don't know the guy's name, but I seen him fight at the Palms last year, the same weekend that Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao. I went to this fight where H.A. Smith was the main fight. And I went to the fight and I watched Ashley Theophane fight. And he's a solid fighter. I'm not trying to take nothing away from him. But Floyd and Adrien Broner are selling the shit out of this fight based on this beef they have, this fake beef this back and forth they've had going on. And the fight is just an average fight. Ashley Theophane is a good fighter. It's just that he doesn't have what it really takes to beat a guy like Adrien Broner. Like a Broner is a top fighter, and he's a 4 division champion. And Ashley Theophane is good enough to give him a good scrap, but nothing to really not enough to win the fight. You know what I'm saying? Stylistically, I mean, he's going to be throwing more of a jab. Like, Broner doesn't really jab that much. So, Ashley likes to throw a jab. He likes to throw, wild looping shots. That's his thing. Not really fast. Not really super powerful guy. He's just a solid boxer. That's nothing special about him. Nothing special. I mean, he has some losses on his record. And I know he had a close fight with Danny Garcia. When he, when I found out that Broner was fighting Ashley, I did the same thing like most people did and looked him up. Even though I have seen him fight before, live, I've never seen any other fights outside of the fight that I seen him fight in live last year. And I looked up the fight with Danny Garcia, and it was a pretty competitive fight. Danny Garcia is a much better fighter now than he was when he fought Ashley Theophane. He's improved dramatically since that fight. And if they were to fight in 2016, it wouldn't have been that competitive if Danny were to fight him today. And I'm really not trying to take nothing away from Ashley Theophane because I like the position he's playing during this whole build up for the fight. He's not really saying much. He seemed to be focused. I'm sure he's training harder for this fight than he ever has. I mean, this is the biggest shot he's ever had in his career. And I'm sure he's taking the fight seriously. But the most I see it go in 2 ways. If Adrien Broner is on his A game and and this is the thing about Broner, I really truly believe if Broner wouldn't try to fight so similar to Floyd, and if he were to be more aggressive when he fights, he would be a better fighter. He would be a better boxer. He tries to do this whole pop shotting, slick thing, and I'm not saying he's bad at that. I mean, obviously it was good enough to earn him titles, but I think Adrien Broner would be a much better fighter if he fought more aggressive, if he threw more punches, instead of being more like, trying to mirror Floyd Mayweather. I think if he fought with a little bit more urgency, like like the way he fought Sean Porter towards the end of the fight, where he was actually trying to get a knockout, you know, and he actually knocked Porter down. I mean, yeah, he knocked Porter down in that round. If he fought more aggressive, then I think he would be a much better fighter, you know, especially guys like Ashley Theophane. You know, I think he would have the tools to at least knock Ashley down a few times and possibly stop him. But Broner is such a, like, he doesn't throw that many punches, and that's why I knew he was going to lose the Sean Porter fight. You know, he's just not aggressive enough. And if he were, he would be a much better fighter, in my opinion. So I think the fight is going to go either two ways. I think Broner is going to either stop him or dominate him. You know, win at least 9 out of the 12 rounds. Or the fight could be closer than that, you know? I mean, yeah, Ashley could actually not make Broner look bad, but give Broner a good fight. You know, I think no matter what the outcome is, Broner's going to win the fight by decision. But I think Broner, if he was on his A+ game, if he really wanted to go for the knockout, he could stop him. You know, I truly believe that. I don't really think Ashley has anything there to be that much of a threat for Broner. You know, the problem with Broner is, like I said early in the video, that he doesn't throw a jab that much, you know, and it'll work good for Ashley, you know, when Ashley's trying to counter him with those looping shots and, you know, huge overhand right. He just doesn't have the power to go with it, but he's good enough to land some big shots on Broner. It's just that Broner, you know, he's much better athletically. He's more athletic. He's a really good counterpuncher, and he still hits much harder than Ashley. But I still think it's gonna go the distance. You know, I think everything surrounding the fight with Floyd is what made people want to see this fight. Other than that, it's just another busy Broner fight. You know, in my opinion, it's just not that good of a fight. It's just an average fight. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna be home one time to see it live. I'm gonna DVR it, and then when I get home, whenever I get home, I'll catch up to the fight. I'm not dying to see this fight. I think the whole back and forth between Floyd and Broner is bigger than the fight itself. It's really not. They're selling the fight based on this fake beef they got. I really think, like, I really think it's all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I understand the game. I know the business, and you know, I know Floyd and both Broner. This is Floyd's fighter here. Ashley is Floyd Mayweather's fighter. Broner is Adrien Broner. He's going to sell a fight regardless, and I think it's really behind that. Even the people, the fans that seem to be hyped about this fight, they're hyped because it's Floyd Mayweather's fight. They're not really hyped behind Ashley Theophane, because most people didn't see Ashley Theophane fight, and they looked him up when they fought. They found out Broner was going to fight him. Saw the Danny Garcia fight. Saw that was a competitive fight. That fight was back in 2009, 2010. It's like an older fight, and you know, people are, you know, thinking that it's going to be close because of what he did with Danny. Danny has improved dramatically, and I'm not saying that Ashley hasn't improved, because Ashley has improved since that fight too, but not that much. You know, Adrien Broner on his A game should be able to annihilate Theophane. But if he's going to go in there sleeping on him, playing around, it's going to be a competitive fight where, like, Ashley can win maybe 4 rounds or so. You know, but Broner on his A game should win every round, should win, you know, at least 10 rounds or something, all right? I'm not expecting a knockout, though, from Broner. I'm expecting, I just don't think he's going to put enough pressure on Ashley to be able to actually beat him and knock him out. But he's going to do enough to win the fight. I like I said in the beginning of this video, I compare this fight to the Emmanuel Taylor fight. Good, solid game opponent, just not enough to win the fight. You know, whenever they get a fight, you know, Ashley's like a solid, you know, I wouldn't even say like a gatekeeper. He's just a good journeyman. He's a good journeyman, you know, and nothing more. I wouldn't even call him a gatekeeper, like a good journeyman. And last thing on Broner, I'm waiting for him to finally fight like a unification match. You know, I don't want him to keep winning titles. You won titles in the 4 divisions. That's cool. I'm waiting for Broner to finally have a unification match and fight another top champion in the division. No more going into any weight class and beating the weakest champion or picking up vacant titles. I'm waiting for Broner to really fight someone that's really, really good. You know, I know he fought Sean Porter and I know he fought Marcus Maidana, but I'm waiting for him to have, win a fight that is against a top fighter, like in a unification match. Like I'm waiting for that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Am I underestimating Ashley Theophane? I really don't. All I'm saying is that I don't think Ashley could do enough to win. I think Ashley is not aggressive enough. The guys that Broner lost to were much more aggressive. Okay, I think Ashley is good enough to win some rounds, but he's not aggressive enough to actually beat Adrien Broner. He has to be more aggressive. Maidana was aggressive. Porter was very aggressive. Those are the two most aggressive guys at 147. Ashley just is not aggressive enough. He doesn't have the power to really phase Broner. I think Broner, for the most part, is going to walk him down. And, if he's on his A game, like I said, again, he could stop him. He could stop him, but something tells me he won't. So let me know what you guys think. And I just uploaded those old videos that I've been telling you guys about with Conor McGregor and Jesse Vargas and all that. And check out the Algieri video. I just put that out, even though that's old. And Errol Spence. And check out the Joseph Parker, Carlos Takam video I just uploaded too. All right. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.